Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining me today because we have some very exciting General Hospital news to talk about, and it's definitely worth the wait. Oh, let me tell you, folks, I've been watching General Hospital for more years than I care to count, and this latest twist with Ross Cullum has me grinning like a kid who just found his favorite baseball card again. You know how it is, life throws curveballs, and sometimes the folks on that show catch them in the strangest ways. I sat there the other night, coffee in hand, and watched Ross Cullum, that's Andrew Hawks, sharp as a tack, piecing things together after he got shot. The man's no fool, I'll give him that. He knows deep down it wasn't Jason Morgan who pulled the trigger. Steve Burton plays Jason with that quiet, loyal fire we've all come to love. But here's the thing that got me chuckling. Cullum's pretty sure Jason is covering for the real shooter. That's classic Port Charles right there. Family sticking together through thick and thin, even if it means bending the truth a little. Now, I got to thinking, what if Cullum's barking up the wrong tree? He's smart, sure, but even the best bloodhounds can follow the wrong scent sometimes. That pier at night, shadows everywhere, Pier 55, it's the kind of place where one mistake can change everything. I reckon he's building a theory that might lead him down a rabbit hole, and boy, won't that be something to watch. Here's the part that really warmed my heart and broke it a little at the same time. Turns out young Rocco Falconeri Fincar does a fine job with that boy, was the one who picked up the gun and fired that night. Just a kid caught up in a moment bigger than himself. But I can already see how Cullum might put two and two together and come up with five. He could easily believe it was Danny Morgan who did it. Danny's Jason's son, after all. Any father worth his salt would lay down his life to protect his boy. That's just how it is in this world. Blood's thicker than water, like my old daddy used to say. I can picture Cullum digging around, checking where Danny was that evening. He'd find out the kids slipped out of Alexis Davis's house right after they discovered Marco Rios bleeding. Lord, that would make perfect sense to him. Danny running off to find his dad, showing up in the dark on that pier, trying to save his old man. Then Jason stepping in, ready to take the fall so his son wouldn't see the inside of a jail cell. It's the kind of sacrifice that makes you tear up a bit, doesn't it? Even if Cullum notices how worried Rocco looks these days, he might just think the boy's protecting his brother Danny, keeping that secret close to his chest like good friends do. Kids looking out for each other. It reminds me of my own neighborhood growing up, where you'd take a secret to the grave if it meant saving your buddy. I gotta say, this storyline's got me hooked good. It's not just about who pulled the trigger. It's about love, loyalty, and how far we'll go for the people we call family. Sometimes the truth is messy, and the heart wants what the heart wants. I'm sitting here wondering how long before everything unravels. Will Cullum figure it out? Or will those boys' secrets stay safe a little longer? Either way, it feels real, you know? Like the stuff we all face in our own lives, protecting the ones we love, making hard choices, hoping things turn out okay in the end. I'll keep watching, same as you probably will. These characters have become like old friends over the years, and right now my money's on more surprises coming down that pier. Can't wait to see what happens next, I tell you. I remember how the fans lit up when young Danny Morgan started showing that determined spark in his eyes. He's got his heart set on bringing down Jen Sidwell. Carlo Rota plays him with that slick, dangerous charm that makes your skin crawl a little. Danny's not just a kid anymore. He's got fire in his belly, wanting to settle scores and protect what's his. But from where Ross Cullum is standing, poor fella, it all looks different. He's convinced himself that Danny's the one who pulled the trigger on him that dark night at Pier 55, and now the boy is moving on to the next target, Sidwell, who Cullum figures must be some kind of accomplice in the whole mess. I can almost see Cullum rubbing his chin, connecting those dots in his head, and thinking, that kid's got a score to settle, and I'm part of it. Bless his heart, Cullum's a smart one, but sometimes the smartest folks chase the wrong rabbit down the hole. If he keeps piecing together those mixed up clues, the way Danny slipped out after they found Marco Rios bleeding, the way Jason stepped up to take the blame, it's going to make him dead certain that Danny nearly ended his life. Lord, that thought just twists my stomach. Danny's already carrying more weight than any teenager should, and now this? It puts that boy in real, serious danger. The kind that keeps you up at night worrying about what might happen next. I've seen enough in my own life to know how one wrong idea can snowball into something that hurts the people you love most. That's what gets me right here, in the chest. Young Rocco Falconeri Fincar brings such heart to that role, is walking around with the truth burning inside him. He's the one who picked up that gun and fired that shot, but he's been carrying it quiet, trying to do right by his friend. I reckon if Rocco sees Danny in that kind of hot water, if he hears Cullum getting closer and closer to the wrong conclusion, he might not be able to hold it in anymore. The fear for his buddy's life could push him right to the edge. I can picture that moment so clear. Rocco swallowing hard, stepping up, and telling Cullum straight out, "It was me. I'm the one who did it." Not because he wants to, but because that's what real friendship looks like, taking the hit so the other fella doesn't have to. It reminds me of the old neighborhood I grew up in, where you'd stand up for your pals no matter what the cost. Blood's thicker than water, sure, but sometimes friendship runs just as deep. And even if Rocco finds the courage to speak up, from what the folks who follow these spoilers are saying, Cullum isn't about to let this go easy. He's still out there digging, hunting for every little piece of information about who stepped in to protect Jason Morgan. That man is a serious threat hanging over the whole situation, like a storm cloud that won't blow over. Every new clue he finds just tightens the knot a little more. You can feel the tension building in every scene, and I sit there on the edge of my seat wondering how long those secrets can stay buried before the whole thing comes tumbling out. You know, that's what I love most about General Hospital. It's not just about the guns or the chases or the fancy twists. It's about the love that makes people do crazy, beautiful, heartbreaking things. It's about fathers like Jason who'd lay down everything for their kids, about boys like Danny and Rocco learning what loyalty really means, and about men like Cullum who think they're doing the right thing even when they're walking the wrong path. These characters have become like old friends over the years. I've watched them grow, stumble, and pick themselves back up. And it makes me think about my own life, the times I protected my kids, the times I made hard choices for family, the times I hoped the truth would come out gentle instead of hard. I tell you what, my wife and I talk about it sometimes over supper, and she says the same thing. These stories feel like they could happen to any of us. They remind us to hold our loved ones a little tighter, to listen a little closer when someone's carrying a secret, and to remember that even the toughest situations can turn around with a little courage and a lot of heart. I'm right here with my coffee, same as always, watching every episode and rooting for those kids to find their way through this storm. Will Cullum finally see the truth? Will Rocco speak up before it's too late? Or will Danny's plan against Sidwell pull everyone into even deeper water? Either way, I'm hooked, and I bet you are too. Life in Port Charles sure keeps the blood pumping and the heart full, doesn't it? Can't wait to see what tomorrow brings, my friend. I'll be right here, same chair, same smile, sharing the next chapter when it comes.